So here's the deal, man. It's like, okay, you're staying in a situation that's going to hurt you. We're trying to bring you facts. And I don't care what anybody on TikTok says because I get a lot of blowback. I get a lot of blowback on TikTok. They love you. I guess I'm too loud. My TikTok people, here's what you need to know about me. I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to yell it in your face. You don't have to like the delivery. Just listen to the message, period. Don't like the delivery, but listen to the message. And as I always say, please don't kill the messenger. Just don't kill the messenger. Buy a home. Like, I'm going to keep saying that. If you can get into a primary residence, buy a home. Here's the other piece that I keep going back and forth with you TikTok people on. There's no accountability. And I think I have to believe, I know that there's some TikTok Chinese, all this stuff is going on with China and TikTok and that type of thing, right?
Right.
I have to believe that some of the people in my comments are bots. There's this one guy, Drunk 007. I think it's 007. If I got your username wrong, I'm sorry, but you actually don't deserve the attention because of your opinions. Your opinion is that I'm lying to people, and they constantly say I'm spewing lies when I say the things I say. What am I lying about? Hey, primary residence, 6 rental properties, pay them off in 14 years, add to your retirement. Not saying don't do 401k, IRA, any other, stock market, whatever you want. But I'm saying real estate should be part of it. It's called diversification. Right. So you need to diversify your investments, plain and simple. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get into a primary residence. The second thing you need to do is start looking into rental properties. Oh, well, how is a middle-class person living paycheck to paycheck supposed to save up enough money to be able to put a down payment down? Well, on the primary, we have DPA assistance programs. We have DPA assistance programs that we can help you that are day one equity programs. We have other forms of help. We can come up with a comprehensive real estate plan to show you what to do. And we'll even take a look at your budget. We can't tell you how to budget, but if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're probably not budgeting properly. You're probably living outside of your means. Here's the number 2. Oh, Nick, how do they get 20% for a down payment so they can buy one rental property a year for the next 6 years after buying their primary? Well, it's called doing this, right? A budget, being an adult, and having some accountability. If you have some accountability and you know where your dollars are going, you will be able to make it happen. I got some flack saying, hey, stop going out to eat. You'll save money if you stop going out to eat. Hey, you stop and get a pack of cigarettes and a bag of chips every day on the way to work. That's probably costing you $1,200 a year. Some people more. Cigarettes are expensive. Oh, what else do you do? Oh, you have a car payment? Sell the car and get something without a payment. And then the money you were putting towards the car payment, right? Drive a junker. This is called sacrifice. This is called being an adult. This is called, hey, I'm going to look out for the long-term welfare of myself, my family, or whoever it is that you love and that you're close with. And if you don't have anyone you love and that you're close with, maybe when you pass away, you can leave those properties to a charity who can then help people. See, it's not all about greed, folks. It's not all about, corporate America's so bad, the billionaire's so bad, this person's so bad. At some point, you have to have some accountability. You have to take accountability for your own actions. You have to look at where your money is actually going. And let's get to this. 3 out of 5 adults don't have a budget. No wonder you're living paycheck to paycheck. No wonder 70% of America can't write a $1,000 check. And you want to sit here and get mad at me? Guess what? I grew up in that environment. God bless my parents. They did an absolutely awesome job. I'm not in that environment anymore because I worked my way out of it. And for the people who said I grew up rich, you couldn't walk down Division Street with me in Amsterdam, New York. You'd get your ass kicked. There was nothing rich about it, period. So my personality might come off as a little harsh, but I'm somebody who actually put one foot in front of the other and did it. And for all the haters, pick yourselves up by your bootstraps. I know you love that saying. Have some accountability for your actions and where your wealth is going. And guess what? You can make your dreams of reality. Is it harder nowadays? Maybe. I don't know. I'm dealing with today. You could deal with how hard it is. You can sit there, cry, and be upset. Oh, Nick's saying mean things on NBI Financial Group's TikTok. Nick is telling people that it's possible if they have some accountability. It is possible to buy a primary residence. We have a million ways to do it. And the first thing you need to do is have an actual plan.
Right. So, yes. So a lot to unload there. I was kind of like making points like what I want to talk about, and it several topics later. So first off, I want to say out there, not calling our Twitter, our TikTok followers shallow, but I'm sure the looks had something to do with why they like me better. So thank you. Anyway, thank you for the compliment. Anyways, but also going into it. So you mentioned before about like it being difficult to buy, in terms of the down payment and things like that. So we have a couple, newly married couple, talking about one of the newly formed households
in their 20s.
Right. 23 and 24?
Nope. Not even close. 20 and 21.
Yeah, and they're early 20s, currently buying their first-time home buyers.
Just got married 6 days ago. Congratulations.
Right. Extremely excited to help them. They just went under contract. We're super pumped about helping them. But what they're doing is they're buying a primary residence. They're going to live in it for a while. It's their starter home. They have a long-term plan that we are working with them on. They're buying with minimal down payment because it is a primary right now, and it will be for the next year or two or whatever their family life.
They're in the military as well.
Right, they are. So whatever their family life.
How responsible is that?
Oh, that's incredibly responsible.
And they get a housing stipend, so the military is paying for the payment.
It's awesome.
So they're getting a housing stipend. So that's going to be covered for them. And on top of it, and I don't know if you even knew about the housing stipend. But,
I did.
Oh, yeah. So housing stipend that's covering. Plus, they talk about accountability. They joined the military and they're building wealth through real estate while they're in the military. So they aren't just screwing around, getting out of whatever they do from the military standpoint, drills, all that stuff that they have to do, and going and drinking beer. They're saying, hey, we're married. We love each other. We want to build long-term wealth for us and our future families, our future family that we plan on having.
Right.
I said to them, I admire them. What a great story.
Absolutely.
How do you not?
Absolutely. But and that's what I'm saying. They have options because they can do it. They don't have to put 20% down. And guess what? In a couple of years, they're going to have an investment property. Right after that, they're going to have another one because that's their plan is every year or two, they are going to buy a new home, upgrade, and then convert their last one to a rental property. It's a absolutely great plan to do.
Do you know who's absolutely pissed?
Who?
At both of us right now? Dave Ramsey.
Well,
he says 20% down, 15-year mortgage out of that. And that advice is great advice. That is great advice and that can work, but there's other ways to make it work as well. Yeah. Right.
What Grant Cardone also said, you don't buy a house till you have $1 million in the bank.
Grant Cardone's an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, Ramsey says a lot of good things too, but
he does. And I agree with it.
I disagree with that piece. And the reason why, and I'll just say real quick, is because a mortgage is, it's the everyday man's ability to build wealth because it's financing spread out over 30 years. There's no other way. In most countries, you can't even do that. No. This is one of the very few countries out there. I think us in Canada are the only ones with the availability to have a 30-year mortgage that lets you spread out those payments, that gives you the cash flow, the benefit to your cash flow that allows you to buy a home, finance it at 97%, like with only 3% down payment, 3.5% down payment, whatever you're able to get. But going back to their clients that we're able to help, like that is an absolute great plan. They're able to do it. What you said as well on terms of that about buying, people not wanting to buy, is be a monster. When we talked about this last week, if you didn't watch it, go look at it. You can do great things with money, but you have to have it in order to do certain things. So if you're sitting there saying, oh, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that. Look, it's your choice. We're giving you options. That's our job, is to provide options, but be a monster, go out there, get it, do good things with it. Donate it.
Make life happen, right?
Absolutely.
Make life happen.
Absolutely.
And I want to touch on that. You said be a monster. We just hired a monster loan officer. Shout out Olisa. Can't wait to have you come aboard on Monday. But number two, you have a choice here in this country. You can either sit here and cry and moan about how evil corporations are making billions of dollars, or you can figure out how to play the game and you can make as much money as you want to in this country. Plain and simple. Now, we'll talk about taxes and hopefully they lower the taxes, but, tax the billionaire, do this, do that, da. The people screaming, the mob mentality, going after all the richest folks. I'm not saying the richest folks are great and so awesome and great people, but they know business. They know how to make money. And I guarantee you they're helping more people than you are in your mama's basement screaming at them because they have money, right? So they are helping more people because they're doing what? They're creating jobs, which creates tax revenue to put schools and roads and so on and so forth, right? So the people who are screaming, I don't want to be a landlord because I don't want to be like the evil corporation. Well, first off, the corporation isn't evil because of how many people that they're employing, right? Now, can they do evil things at times? Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with that. But Learn how to play the game, because that's what this is. It's a game. Oh, they don't pay their fair share in taxes. There is something called tax code, and they know why do you think that corporations are able to not pay as much in taxes as people want them to? Because they're creating jobs, which is creating other tax revenue, because they're giving people an opportunity to do what? Go out to eat for lunch. There's taxes. Look at the ticket they give you. There's
income tax.
The income tax, right? Depending on your state. If you're smart, get out of the states with high income tax.
Right.
But also look at the property taxes, because sometimes some states try to make it up in property tax, and they say, oh, no income tax. Florida, Texas. But yeah, anyways, getting back to that, you can be mad at the evil corporations and be mad at the millionaires and the billionaires, or you can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to stop being a loser and yelling about other people and worrying about what other people are doing. Worry about myself and create and build wealth. And it doesn't even have to just be through real estate. How about this? Go out and start a business, right? If you are so mad about what some evil corporation is doing, you know what can change that?
What?
Competition. Start a business. Compete with them. Or be a loser.
Right.
It's their choice.
Look, and I'm not going to say anyone's a loser. You can make your own choices, but at the end of the day,
they're a loser.
All right, well,
I'll take that.
You already have.
If you're sitting there complaining about other people and you're not making your life better, you're a loser. But that's the definition of loser.
No, but here's the thing. You want to make a change. You want to make a difference. What are you going to do? Like, how are you going to do that? And that's why we say be a monster. Go out there, get the ability, the power to make that change.
Right. Well, learn how to win, because all I do is win, no matter what. Like, learn how to win.
Right.